Hound. Gideon. Breck is my friend, my best friend. He knows everything about me. I've told him about the first love of my life, the woman he is married to now, and how she ruined my life. I've told him about all my other failed relationships too, and Breck seems to understand me better than anyone on this planet. Breck says, perhaps I am just a passionate man, I love too hard and too fast. I suppose that's true. I've been in 3 abusive marriages because I overlooked all their flaws. I haven't known Breck long, a few months at most, but it feels like I've known him my whole life. We're the same, me and Breck, maybe not physically, but we have the same soul. Some people would consider him ruggedly handsome, though I think I'm much more handsome. Breck has dark blue moody eyes, an angular face, pouty lips, and a deep commanding voice. He is built like a swimmer, long and strong with broad shoulders and narrow waist. He dresses like a cowboy, worn jeans, dingy white t-shirt, and harness leather boots. I, on the other hand, am tall and statuesque. I may not be ruggedly handsome, but I think I'm good looking. I am very smart, far smarter than Breck. In a fight, I'd probably win because I'm taller and have more weight on him. I would never fight Breck though, he's my best friend. I'm glad you can join me for dinner, Breck says, flatly, as was his nature. I look around Breck's open kitchen and living room. No one else is home except us. I'm not gay or anything, I just enjoy Breck's company, especially behind his wife's back. My famous secret ingredient chili, Breck says, sliding a steaming aromatic bowl in front of me. Wow, this looks and smells amazing, I say. Breck gives me an unreadable smile. Dig in, he urges. I pick up my spoon, hoping he doesn't see the hesitance. Most people can't cook, and I don't want to offend my best friend in the whole world. I take a small amount on the tip of my spoon and taste it. It is pretty good. Do you like it? I spent all day cooking it, Breck says, a glisten in his eyes. I do, it's very good, I reply. I'm glad. Do you want to know the secret ingredient? Breck asks. I shrug. It's dog, more specifically, my dog. You know, the one you poisoned, he says, emotionless. I retch at the thought of eating a dog, a poisoned dog at that. Rage rises with the bile in my mouth. I lunge at Breck, and my eyes fill with tears. I thought we were best friends. Breck dodges me with little effort, which enrages me further. Fuck you, you son of a bitch. I yell. Breck's face breaks into a smile of satisfaction. He rises from his seat and grabs a handful of my hair, heat searing my scalp. I swing and my fists meet his forearm, but he isn't fazed. He pulls me to my feet with surprising strength. He brings me face to face with him, still holding me by my hair. His dark blue eyes peer into mine. There is not anger in his eyes or any emotion at all, and I feel a bit unsettled by that. You killed my wife's dog. I don't like people who make my wife cry, Breck says. I spit, but he dodges it with a simple turn of the chin. Your wife is a whore. She's a bitch and she's turned you against me. I shout. Breck spins me around by my hair and wraps an arm around my neck. I buck and flail, but he hangs on. My world starts to blur, and I feel a panic-inducing warmth spread all throughout my body.
Breck. Gideon is a fat piece of shit, which makes rolling him into the bucket of my tractor quite a challenge, but a challenge I can easily meet. Don't worry, he's not dead, just passed out. I get behind the wheel and away we go, into the valley where I've already dug a deep but narrow hole. I plan to bury him alive. When we reach the valley, I turn up the bucket and dump him beside the hole. It is a 20-inch by 20-inch opening in the earth, but it goes quite a way down, 12, maybe 16 feet. I position his head next to the hole and with the tractor I append him into the hole head first. Now, you might be thinking, isn't drugging and burying someone alive overkill? What did he do to me? Gideon killed my wife's dog and that upsets me. It isn't just the dog, which can easily be replaced. For decades he has been stalking my wife, first from afar, mostly internet stalking. Then one day, he showed up at the edge of my property. Showing up unannounced is not acceptable. We didn't move out to the middle of nowhere to have unannounced visitors. It takes Gideon longer than I'd expected to wake up. He makes a satisfying rustling sound as he struggles to orient himself. I can't help but smile. What the fuck, Breck? I thought we were friends, he calls out. I pick up a shovel. I can easily use the backhoe and bury him in a matter of seconds, but I need him to know I am the reason he is going to die. A song comes to mind, a song my wife hums when she is blissfully unaware, My Darling Clementine. It is the perfect tune to whistle while I shovel spades full of dirt and toss it into the hole. Gideon blocks the first shovel with his forearm, but I've got nothing but dirt and time. What did I do to you? Gideon asks. I don't answer. The thing about people like him, they are unaware and uncaring how they affect people around them. Nothing is their problem, everyone else is the problem. Gideon is one of those people who fall in love too quickly then sours just as rapidly. He has 3 marriages under his belt, yet he can't seem to let the idea of my wife go. She never paid him any mind and, on several occasions, asked him to leave her alone. She was just some girl who said hi to him once or twice. Her greatest sin, in his eyes, was reporting him to the college campus for stalking. I don't know why he's still mad about it 20 years later. He faced no consequences. I think he focused on her because she's sweet. Breck, why not call the police? Some problems can't be handled by the law. At best he'll spend a year in jail, being credited for time served while waiting for the trial. At worst, he'll get off with a warning and we may or may not be awarded a restraining order. What good is a restraining order? What makes people with poor insight like Gideon dangerous, is that he does not see his actions as dangerous or wrong. If this were a scene out of a movie, I'd be explaining myself as I bury Gideon. I see no need. When people give eulogies, victim impact statements, or face their adversaries, it is more for the person giving the address than to teach someone like Gideon a lesson. They cannot learn, so I don't waste my breath. My wife always says, actions speak louder than words. People, don't romanticize this, killing Gideon is not a chivalrous act. I am ridding myself of a headache. He imposed himself on my daily life. He is looking to harm my property, which includes my wife. He already killed my dog and made my wife cry. Basically, this benefits me as much as it does my wife. This has finality to it, and I like finality. I take my time filling the hole, taking joy in the panic and fear in his eyes. Slowly but surely, dirt runs out and I can no longer see his strange and dumbfounded face. I give the mound where the hole had once been a few tamps with the back of my shovel and give myself a congratulatory nod. I get back into the seat of my tractor and prepare for the night vigil ahead.